Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a special Christmas-themed episode of WitY Life Questions.
WitY Life Christmas.
And we have a question for you from a viewer.
As you can see, we had a minimal budget for said things, and we did not actually try the hats on, so I ended up with the child's hat, but I'm sticking with it, you know.
Now this one here comes from Chad's mom, or Elizabeth Callahan. What is the best
And worst gifts
you have ever received?
Thanks for watching, Mom.
Thank you for your question. It's a fantastic question it is.
I'm gonna start with the worst, I guess. But here's the thing. It was the worst in essence, but it was great to me. And I'll explain.
It's probably just a typical clothes that you get from your parents that aren't necessarily your style, and you just have to be like, gee, thanks, Mom and Dad. Yeah, thank you very much. You just have to have that fake smile on your face.
I mean, you get socks, right? Every now and then you just open up, socks. Like, yeah, thanks.
The worst present I've ever received in my life, this is just flat out answer, is the game Bad Rats.
We didn't really have like the super awesome name brands. We'd always get like the generic brand of whatever the cereal was, or like fruit snacks or whatever.
I needed these, but like, I could have just bought them. You don't have to gift me socks.
You put it in your closet because you want to let your parents know that you really cared about the gift that they gave you, but then you just have to sort of eventually sneak it out and donate it to the Goodwill, where then they will probably just buy that same clothing again, give it back to you.
And I got that as a joke gift, I'm assuming, on Steam many, many years ago.
One story that has kind of like both answers. For Christmas one year, I got the first print editions of Jurassic Park and the Lost World. It was really cool.
Played it for probably 10 minutes and just thoroughly wanted to die.
So like one year, I was gifted for Christmas the Rice Krispie Treats cereal, which they don't have a generic version of.
It is quite possibly the worst game I've ever played. And if you want to send all of your friends a terrible, terrible gift, literally every time there's a Steam sale, that game is 13 cents. So you can send that to every single person on your friends list for like $5.
It's kind of funny because I'll bring up a worse gift that I gave to a buddy of mine. It was for a white elephant kind of thing.
Now, Jurassic Park was actually, the cover was marred. Like, it looks like someone had taken something to the embossed dinosaur skeleton. I was like all scratched up and really rough.
And it's a fantastic, terrible gift because it will make everyone rue the day they started to play games. And they will probably lose all faith in you as a human being.
It was like the most amazing thing ever to me. And my parents did it as a joke, thinking I'd be like, oh man, cereal. But I was so excited for fucking cereal that it made them feel terrible as parents.
I had nothing. I had no idea or anything. I didn't have anything going. So I was looking around the house and I found hockey pucks. So I gave my friend who doesn't play hockey or anything, just hockey pucks.
My mom had already like ordered a new copy because she saw what these came like in the mail, but like it wasn't here yet. So I unopened the scratched up one, and like, I mean, I didn't really care that much, but like I opened them up and I'm like, oh man, this is really cool. And then my mom's immediately like, yeah, but look at those scratches. It looks like terrible. You're going to get another one. I promise. Don't worry about it. I'm like, calm down. It's fine.
I'm assuming it was a joke gift. It could have been vindictive in nature and that person could legitimately hate me. I don't talk to that person anymore. So there is some credence to what I'm saying there.
I think my best gift for Christmas was actually my very first truck from my uncle. It was my uncle's 94 red Ford Ranger.
I think for this one, I'm going to have to choose the original PlayStation 1 with the addition of Final Fantasy VII courtesy of my parents in like 1997. So many, many, many years ago, I received this.
Well, my parents for the longest time were against video games. They did not want to have them in the house. We didn't even have a computer for the longest time. I think until I got to middle school, and then we got a computer.
I'm gonna say this one just because it sticks in my brain still to this day. And I don't know why. It's stupid, but I think of it all the time.
And one year for Christmas, I tear open a box, and what is inside of it? A Game Boy.
It lasted for a good bit until it started shutting down on itself, and I'd come to find out that there was a lot of shit that was going on with my truck that my uncle didn't tell us about.
There was this gift that I got one year from Santa that it was right after, I want to say, the third Jurassic Park.
Everything's all good with it at the time, and he said after this gift, he wasn't gonna give me any more birthday presents or Christmas gifts, and I was like, I don't care. This car is what I need. I need a car. I need something that can fucking drive. Get me from A to B.
Never as a gift influenced my life in such a way because I always liked games. I was a huge fan of games, It used to be back in the day, like my parents, when they would ground me, they didn't have to lock me in my room. They didn't have to tell me I couldn't do this for the most part. All they had to do was say, no Sega, and I would rather be beat.
It was like mind-blowing because my parents were like, yeah, no, you'll never have any video games. And then I opened up a Game Boy and I was like, oh, holy fucking shit, Santa Claus is real.
Like how the AC wasn't working, or like the heater wasn't even working during the winter too, so that didn't even help.
Just hat falling off.
So right after that movie came out, they had these little like dinosaur eggs that you can hatch, but it was just a toy. But they hatched, and then there was like this little dinosaur in it.
As soon as that opening cinematic ran, I was fucking hooked from the get-go because I'd never, at any point in my life, seen anything that was even near what I was looking at on that fucking screen as far as video games go. And I don't think I will ever have that moment ever again because technology will just never be that much of a leap forward ever again, I don't think.
I don't know why that sticks to my brain still to this day, but I really, really, really liked that fucking toy for the longest time. I don't know how old I was like 6 maybe. So maybe that's why it was super exciting to me, and I was super into dinosaurs at the time.
And I'm still to this day obsessed with that game and play it all the goddamn time because it is the best game of all time.
The best surprise I ever received as a gift was a Game Boy Pocket. I think it came with Pokemon. So yeah.
Without both, really, it's kind of a shitty gift because if you have no PlayStation to play your Final Fantasy VII on, you just have some discs that do nothing.
6-year-old Chad thought that was the coolest thing ever, and it still sticks in my brain. So just for the sake that I remember that, and I remember clearly opening it.
But there was some damn good 4x4. You can trek through snow with that fucker, man. Just plow through snow like nothing.
Fuck, I don't know. I have no fucking clue what the best gift in the world that I've gotten was, but I guess if it sticks in your brain, that must mean it meant something, right?
Thank you for joining us for this very special WitY Christmas edition of WitY Life Questions, everybody, and we really hope you enjoyed that question. And if you did, and really even if you didn't, if you just enjoyed what we did here, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with this show and whatever else we happen to put up in the near future. And then also you can go ahead and
you can put down what the best and worst gifts you have ever received right in the comments below. Also, including a question for us. Doesn't have to be Christmas related because Christmas is fucking over. How about something for the new year of 2016? That'd be pretty freaking cool. I mean, I would like some 2016 questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so throw that down there and we will see you next time right here on WitY Life Questions.